What is up, guys? In this video we're going to be going over how we can create an email scraper, and the way it works is you insert a website address and this program will go through all of its content and scrape all of the emails that are inside that website. So if you make a large list of websites, you're going to be able to scrape a lot of emails. But just for the purpose of this example, I went ahead and used this test site, which is a random list generator that just generates 100 emails. So let's go ahead and click on play so I can show you exactly what this program does. So it's going to be using Selenium, and as you can see, it opens the web page so it can load the JavaScript, and later it's going to return us a list with 100 items that contain all of those emails. So it's a very simple program and it's a very neat introduction to the power of regex. So let's get started immediately by creating a new project. So the first thing we have to do inside here is import regex, which is just RE. And then we have to import from Selenium the WebDriver. And in the last video, I showed you how to set up your Chrome driver. So just make sure it's the same as the one you had last time. Then we have to go ahead and initialize this Chrome driver. So WebDriver.Chrome is going to equal our Chrome driver. Then we have to go ahead and type in driver.get, and we are going to insert this URL, which is https://www.randomlists.com/email-addresses, and you can also specify a quantity. So here we can actually change the quantity to, let's say, 50 this time, but let's go ahead and test that it actually loads. And this is a very quick way of closing Selenium, so we don't have to close it manually each time. But let's go ahead and right click and run the program to see that everything's working the way it should. Perfect. So it loads 50 addresses and it closes the program, which means we are set to continue. So the next thing we want to do is go ahead and get the page source code. And to do that, we just have to go ahead and call driver and page source. Next, we need to create a constant, which is going to be called email regex. And this should also be a formatted string. And since it doesn't really make sense to reinvent the wheel, we can easily go to Google and type in validate email regex. And you can just go to Stack Overflow, and what we're looking for is a regex expression. And as you can see here, as the first answer with 2,700 votes, we have a very fast and efficient regex pattern. So all we have to do is go ahead and copy this one over here and insert it inside here. And it's going to be a very long string, which is fine. We saved a lot of time by searching this because, as you can see here, if we had to write this out, it could take us maybe half an hour to an hour of debugging, because regex is not that simple unless you spend a lot of effort and time into learning it. So a majority of the time you can just go online and use the regex that other people have created, because there are some nerds out there that actually spend their time to make this stuff work really nicely. And of course, in case you get stuck at any point of this tutorial, you can just go into my GitHub repository in the description down below and just copy whatever you need. But moving on, we have to create a list of emails so we can add these emails to it, followed by a for loop that looks for all of the matches. So we're just going to type in rematch in regex.find iteration or iterable, and inside here we need to pass the string that we want regex to look for and the page source. So this is how it will recognize the email, and this is the source where it should recognize the email from. And inside here we will type in list of emails.append, and we can append the match for each email .group. So that will take care of appending all of the emails to this list over here. And finally, let's go ahead and create a method that prints this to the console so we can see all of the emails. So we're going to go ahead and type in for I email in enumerate list of emails. And this is just a very quick way to get I, so we don't have to manually increment the loop each time to print the number. So we'll just go ahead and type in print f, and then it's going to be I plus 1, since in programming a lot of lists happen to start at the index of 0. For the purpose of showing it to the user, we want it to start at 1, so it's much more comprehensible. So we'll just do that, and inside here we need to insert the email. Then we can go ahead and run the program. We're not going to call driver.close because I want to show you that we're actually grabbing the correct emails. So if we go ahead and click on run, it's going to open Selenium once again in your main window. and it's going to get the source code once the page has loaded. As you can see here, we have grea@hotmail.com, and if we go back, the first one you'll notice here is Grea, and it will retrieve all 50 emails. If we scroll all the way down to the bottom, there's ideguy@hotmail.com, and at the bottom here, you can see that we have the exact same email as you found over there. So that's the basic idea behind how you can create an email scraper in Python. And again, just check out my GitHub repository if you get stuck at any point or want to copy this exact same regex expression without having to search it on Google. It's all there on the GitHub repository. But in case you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best to look at them. Otherwise, as always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.